This is how I was able to book an oceanfront villa in Costa Rica that should have cost me $5,000 for only $999. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can use these same hacks to book these luxury travel for very cheap. So the first piece here is actually getting those huge discounts. And you can do this by getting added to an employee's accounts. And this allows you to get the friends and family rates, which could grant you up to 70% off in discounts. So obviously a huge savings right there. To get access to this, you can either know someone that works at one of these premium hotels. The top ones that have the best rate discounts would be Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt. And if you get added to any one of these, you should be able to get a really good discount, because just by getting added to the account, they're going to provide you with a code, and now you would automatically get the discount. However, let's say you don't actually know someone that works at one of these hotels. There are actually ways to get connected to different networks that would then grant you access to the employee discount as well. So if you get connected through people through networking, they'll actually allow you to get added through an employee pass, and this grants you access to these discounts for up to 12 months in most cases. So there is obviously a fee to take advantage of this, but most of the time, if you use a discount one time, you basically break even. And then for any future use cases, now you're getting a huge savings. So that was the first part of this trip right here. I was able to actually figure out where I wanted to go. I wanted to travel with both of my brothers here. We wanted to enjoy. This was last summer. I had a couple great business months in a row, and I wanted to celebrate with them. So the first piece here was figuring out exactly where we wanted to go, which happened to be Costa Rica. I thought the time of the year was beautiful. This was something different that was in the Caribbean. We might have been able to go fishing and get to the beach, so beautiful spot. And then I looked at the different dates, because obviously some dates on the calendar are a lot cheaper than others. So I logged into the portal, I was able to enter in the employee code, and I figured out exactly what will be the best dates for us to take advantage of the best discounts. And what I did is that I simply booked the cheapest room for the best rate. And so that alone allowed me to get about 70% off. So the hotel stay was for about 5 nights, and I had the opportunity to book it for about $1,200. So that was a really huge discount already right there. And from there, that's not where it ends. Okay, so that's the first piece of actually getting the huge discount. But as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I was able to get an oceanfront suite. So the second part now is actually getting an upgrade. So there's a couple different ways to get an upgrade, but most of the time it's by getting status. So granted status usually comes from actually being a frequent member or user of a certain program. So you can get status with hotels, with car rental companies, with airlines. But in this case, you're able to get hotels with long stays. So if you stay a certain amount of nights in the year, you will then be able to get an automatic status boost. And there's certain levels to this as well. Obviously, the higher the status, the more perks you would get. So sometimes hotels have lounges that you can take advantage of with free food and access to networking and high-speed internet. Status usually allows you to check in earlier and check out later. You typically have the opportunity to get free goodies as well. So it might be free snacks in the room or free breakfast. And in this case, you're able to get free room upgrades. So sometimes if you have a lower status, you might only get a bump up to a nicer room with a better view. Or if you're higher enough status, you're able to actually get all the way up to a suite if it's obviously available. Obviously, they will prioritize the customers that are paying for them. But if there's any room that's available, they're going to reward their reward members that actually are staying with them quite a bit, and they want to grant them these different accesses and perks by keeping them in their system basically. And most of the time, what I also recommend is that you actually pick a hotel and you stick to it so you can actually progress and make it to these higher tiers in the status. So with this, now I was able to book the cheapest room in the hotel, and then I was actually able to get granted a huge status upgrade. And so I have certain business credit cards that grant me automatic status. And one of them is the Amex Platinum card. So just by having access to this card, I was able to get an automatic boost up to gold status with that hotel. So this allows me already to get the opportunity to get upgrades, and just by having this status, I was that much closer to actually getting the room. And then the other piece of this is actually being friendly with the people in the front desk. So as soon as we got there, I told them how I was hoping to have a great stay with my brothers here. We were really excited to be here in the resort, and we couldn't wait to take advantage of everything and really see what Costa Rica had to offer. At the time, thankfully, the hotel was actually pretty empty as well, so there really wasn't that much going on. So between the fact that we were able to really select our dates the smart way, okay, I looked ahead in the calendar, I tried to figure out exactly the slower times so we get the most value out of our stay. I was then able to get that huge discount by booking the cheapest room with my employee code. And then I had the automatic boost, so I was already going to get an upgrade to a nicer room just because I had status, but also because I really created a relationship with the people in the front desk, they actually bumped us all the way up to an oceanfront suite. So this suite should have cost me over $5,000. And so the fact that we were able to get it for such a huge discount and the fact that we got bumped up, that's how I was able to book this $5,000 suite for this huge discounts. And we were able to get extra perks as well, as to why I saved about $1,000, because we had extra value through free breakfast and free activities that basically made it even cheaper to stay. But that's the entire process right there. There are different pieces to the puzzle here. So obviously having the right connections allows you to get the employee pass, which I think is a no-brainer, especially if you consider that you want to travel a couple times. But hopefully this helps you out. Let me know if you have any questions about the entire process here. I promise you, you can also book luxury travel if you just take the time to actually build a smart foundation and make those incredible connections that can then get you behind the scenes into these really exclusive resorts and these really awesome experiences. And you can do this for a fraction of the cost. So please let me know if this video helped you out. Let me know if you have any questions down below and how you're actually going to use the different tips in this video. And subscribe if you have more questions and if you want to take advantage of the different perks that comes with using credit.